Hello.
So in this video, I'm going to give you actual physical proof that God exists.
Oh wow, what good luck. The very first video I look at about a Muslim trying to prove that God actually exists, and I actually find one that does. I really didn't expect it to be so easy, but I guess you guys are just really on the ball.
You know, atheists always want this in their videos. They're always wanting physical proof. You know, in their mind, there's no point in believing God if you can't see Him.
Okay, I'm gonna overlook the fact that you're saying that we want proof, when really to start with, we'd be happy with just some evidence. But really it doesn't matter if we see him. I mean, look, if you come across a chopped up dead body, you really don't have to see a murderer standing there with an axe to recognize the signs of foul play. Do you get what I'm trying to tell you?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there in the next life.
Which bridge is that? I mean, you mentioned two different things, but you seem to kind of think they're the same thing. So is it the bridge of seeing God and also proving his existence? But you said that you have proof, and personally, I have this weird thing that when someone tells me they have proof for something, I have this... It could be an unreasonable expectation that they should be able to provide it without needing me to choke to death on a Rolade first.
They bring up arguments like this.
Wait, you've heard atheists bring up arguments like that? Like that we'll have proof of God in the next life? Which atheists have you been talking to exactly? P.Z. Myers?
So you'll find that no matter how good an argument you bring, they'll always have in the back of their minds this notion that you can't prove him, so I'm not going to believe in him.
Don't worry, I'm not planning to do that. See, if you make your arguments and I still don't believe in them, it's going to be because no matter how good an argument you thought you brought, it still sucked balls. But if it makes you feel better, you can still divert the blame for your failure onto me. It's okay, I'm used to it by now.
The nature of our existence is a test to see if we will believe or if we won't believe.
Well, that seems a bit pointless, given that the omniscient creator already knows the outcome of the test. Might as well just created me in hell in the first place. Really, it wouldn't be any less ridiculous or sadistic.
It might sound harsh, but that's the truth.
Hey, listen, man, if it's the truth, then fine, it's the truth. Maybe it is true that the creator of the universe is out of its fucking mind. But see, I don't believe you when you say that it's the truth, so how about you just get back to proving that God exists, and then we can argue about whether he's a complete psychopath or not at the end, alright?
And that's the reason why we're here.
The reason we're here, like, on Earth, is to take a test to provide some information to God, despite the fact that he already knows all of the information? Why?
But let's not talk about that right now.
I agree, let's try to stay on topic. I mean, after all, the whole reason that I chose this video was to start my adventure into Islam by establishing the fundamental premise, which is that there is a God. So let's concentrate on whether there actually is a God. There'll be lots of time later for the details once we've firmly established that. So let's just do that real quick and then we can move on, okay?
So I'm just going to basically give you physical proof of God's existence.
Yes, thank you, but I have to say, you're kind of wasting a lot of time getting to the point, and I kind of am starting to get the impression that you're stalling. So just give me a straight answer here. Are you really planning to provide proof, or...?
Right, I will, honestly. And I'm a Muslim, so I will give you the Islamic perspective of how you can find these physical truths.
That's funny. I figure that if something's physically there, you don't need any particular religious perspective to explain how to detect it. You just say how to detect it. So if you don't mind, could you just start by listing the equipment and the steps to use it to detect it, and leave out all the woo stuff?
So Thursday night through till Friday night is a very special day. It's the day of Jummah for Muslims. It's a day when it's a holy day of the week. We go to mosque in a congregation and we pray and things like that.
Okay, on Thursday nights you go to a special place to spend time deliberately increasing your spiritual feelings and inducing an altered mental state through prayer, which is essentially meditation. Okay, then what?
So what God says that at sunset on Thursday night, he sends the angels down from the seventh heaven down to the first heaven.
Angels, heavens... Okay, we got a couple more claims for the back burner. It's kind of getting full back there. I might have to upgrade my barbecue. But let's get back to God. So, okay, the angels come down on Thursday night and, what, like sing about how God totally super duper exists or something?
So he makes the angels envelope over the world. So during that process, all the bad demons disappear and they rush off up to the heavens.
Wait a minute, that's where Lucifer's going every Thursday? Oh, I thought that was when he did 10-pin bowling. Wait, so you're saying that lucky son of a bitch gets to hang out with Yahweh every week? Man, it really sucks being only half demon. I mean, yeah, it's better than being quarter demon, since those guys are basically just humans with really big ears. You know, Assad, Obama, those guys. At least being half demon gets you some badass distinctive physical features, but I don't know, it'd be nice to see Yahweh occasionally, even so. Oh no, and that means baby Elzebub's gonna have the same problem, since she's half demon too. thanks to having a human mother. Wait, does that math add up? Half demon, non-demon. Fucking motorbikes.
So you'll find that Thursday night, especially, is a very calm, peaceful night compared to the other days of the week.
Speak for yourself. My Thursday night usually consists of stressing out about how I'm going to get all my work done before end of day Friday, but I'm sure that considering your typical Thursday schedule, Thursday usually is very peaceful for you. You go to the mosque, you get your brain good and washed out for the week, and you feel real chilled out afterwards. Yeah, that's real interesting and everything, and I'm very happy for you having some place to de-stress, but we've had a lot of tangents already, so could you please get to your first piece of evidence that God exists?
So that's a physical proof.
Oh, now I get it. I think. Good joke, man.
Honestly, it does. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thursday night, I've walked around. Women feel safe walking alone.
Seriously? Where do you live that the only day women feel safe is the day when all the Muslims are holed up in the mosque? Cologne? Sorry, that might have been an inappropriate joke. I mean, after all, you were out walking around, so either you skipped your prayer that day or the mosque time was already over and all the Muslims were out. But even so, really, Thursday is special because women feel safe? Like Tuesday and Wednesday, they all feel scared to leave the house? What is going wrong in your city, man? Feminism?
I don't feel like I've got the need to sin or I've got the need to be evil.
So on the other days you do feel like you need to sin and be evil? Have you considered counseling? I'm not even mocking you, actually. I mean, sometimes it can really help to talk to someone. They can take you back and investigate your childhood, maybe find some root causes of some issues. They can even prescribe medication. Sometimes that can really help.
I just feel like there's something there in the atmosphere that's making my soul very calm.
I thought Thursday was supposed to be calm because all the demons got chased away to heaven. But now it's because of something in the atmosphere? So what is this, some kind of particles coming from those angels that have enveloped the world? A sort of angel dust, if you like? I might be off on the wrong track with that one, though. I think I heard about angel dust once in the newspaper, and I don't think its effect was particularly peaceful.
You can test it out yourself. Go walk out on Wednesday night, anywhere, town, anywhere, and then report what it feels like.
Alright, hi everybody. I decided to take that advice, and I am here in front of my local Freemasons Hall. I just picked up my payment from the Illuminati for all the good work I've been doing for Satan on YouTube. Got it right here in my trusty backpack, all in American dollar bills, of course. I think they take the whole all-seeing eye thing a little bit too seriously, but anyway, I guess I'm supposed to report on how I feel out here. So, yeah, it's a nice night out. It's, nice red overcast. You know, lots of noise, lots of homey sounds. Actually, being in that vortex lately, I haven't had a lot of sound around me, and actually this, demonic laughter, the growls, the screams of terror, bubbling lava sounds, it feels kind of homey. I'm not entirely sure why I got sucked in the vortex or how I managed to get out here tonight, to be honest. Yeah, actually, out here is even better than home. It's nice and warm, and it reminds me a lot of where I used to live as a child, actually. That one growl there, that's almost a dead ringer for old Mr. Corpse Grinder from down the street when I was a kid. He used to, when we used to go over to his house, he used to give us blood pudding and pulled fingernails for treats. It was really good. I liked them. I haven't had a pulled fingernail for a long time. Listen, they're so good, they're so crunchy. And he used to have a farm of the damned, right? So when we ran out, he would bring us fresh bottles of pus for our chocolate-frosted spider egg cereal. Delicious. Absolutely. It was so much better than from the store, really. I miss those days. Anyway, I guess I'm done here.
And then walk around on Thursday night and then report what it feels like. You'll see that Thursday night is a very calm, angelic atmosphere.
Okay. Hello again, everybody. I'm back here at the Freemasons Hall. I didn't have anything to pick up, but I thought I might as well come back to the same place for control. Control. Yeah, I feel okay, I guess. It's a little bit quiet. There's nobody around. Yeah, it's really quiet. Really, really quiet. No screams of terror, no demonic laughter, no bubbling lava, no weird vortex sounds. I'm not used to this. I'm kind of getting a little nervous, I gotta be honest. What was that? Oh, it's nothing. There's no sound out here. It's too quiet. It's like being in a big hall full of nothing but dead silence. I'm kind of getting the willies, getting the heebie-jeebies up my spine. This is way too creepy for me. I gotta get out of here, guys. Fucking motorbikes.
So yeah, so try that out, guys, please.
Yeah, okay, I did that. You were totally wrong, man. Wednesday was way more peaceful.
It's a fact in the Muslim, in the Hadith, in the Prophet Muhammad said happens on Thursday night.
Oh, you mean the angel thing? Well, okay, I'll give you that one. You know, it's not more peaceful, but maybe the angel thing does actually happen on Thursdays. So maybe Lucifer really does do the 10-pin bowling thing on Thursdays. You know, now I think about it, I think my wife goes with him. Although, I think she does the 5-pin, though, because she's always talking about how big his balls are. But look, dude, this is your problem. I mean, you have a preconception that Thursday has to be a peaceful night because otherwise the prophet is wrong. And so if anyone just happens to tell you otherwise, they must be lying or not cooperating because if they're right, that would mean the prophet is wrong. You claim that no matter how good an argument you give, we have a bias toward not believing in God, so we won't believe. But you don't seem to understand that the actual problem is yours. You've dedicated yourself to Islam, so no matter how bad the arguments have to be to support it, you'll accept any one of them before you'll accept that Muhammad might just have been full of shit on anything. If you've enjoyed this, remember to subscribe so you can catch my future videos. If you'd like to support me, you can donate on Patreon, or you can make a one-time donation on PayPal. You can also follow me on Twitter or Facebook at Logicked in both places. And if you have requests for videos for me to debunk, you can tweet them to me using hashtag LogikedRequest, or post them to rlogicked on Reddit. All the links for that stuff are in the description. And I also want to thank all of my Patreon supporters. Here are the people who've pledged $10 or more. These people have put an obscene amount of money into the hat, mainly so that they could purchase a small share of my non-platonic love, and also so that I'll say they're attractive. I've seen every single one of them, and they're all super sexy, I'm not even kidding. And at least a few of them are single, so if you want some hookups, there you go. And these are the people who support me between $5 and $10. They've also purchased my non-platonic love. They're all okay looking, but they really can't compete with the $10 or more crowd. Now that I think about it, it's a really odd coincidence that the most attractive people are also the ones who give me the most money. I wonder if there's a causal link between attractiveness and generosity.